Hello, Lynn. Nice to meet you. My name is Jen Park. I'm currently pursuing a Master of Science in Business Analytics at NUS, and I'm from the batch 22-23. But before joining this program, I was a Korean stewardess at Singapore Airlines, traveling the whole world. And I'm currently interested in the consumer analytics field and product management.
Nice to meet you, Jen. I am Lin Tu. I was originally from China, and I came to Singapore about 10 years ago to study statistics in NUS. I graduated from NUS MSBA program in 2020. I was on a 2-year part-time program at that time. I am now the Director of Commercial Analytics Asia in Veeva.
Well, Lynn, after I graduate, I wish to start a new career in the consumer analytics field as a business analyst, but I'm also interested in the product management field as well. And I wish to make a smooth transition between the business analytics to the product management. And do you think I'm on the right track following the program at NUSMSBA?
Definitely, Jen. I do think you made the right decision, and it will bring you to the right track where you wish to go. In fact, when I have started the career, I was an analyst working in the healthcare industry in Zurich Pharma. So most of the time I was doing a lot of codings, I was trying to dig numbers out of the big data set that we have. As I progress in my career, I do realize that knowing statistics is not enough. It is very important for you to connect the business insights into something that can really solve the real problems in the industry. So that's why I have decided to choose MSBA program, where it provided me a lot of application knowledge in business analytics. It also helped me to build and know the peers in the industry who are really good, and I met a lot of alumni out there as well. So after graduation, I progressed a lot in my career. In Zurich Pharma, I was promoted from a senior associate to the head of commercial analytics. I was leading a team of 16, and we do take care of all the commercial analytics projects for the clients who are the pharmaceutical companies. And then I was actually thinking, should I maybe try to touch different industry kind of data? Should I switch to the tech companies to try something else using the knowledge I have gained from the MSBA program? That's when I decided to join Google. I was leading a team of 7 data analysts who are based in Singapore, and also a vendor team who's based in India. We were providing a lot of insights about the ads business for the sales team, who are then presenting those reports to the publishers. And now, of course, I have changed career again. I decided to come back to healthcare, and I'm now the Director for Commercial Analytics Asia in Veeva. So one thing I have really realized is that maybe in the past people will be thinking, oh, business consulting, business analytics, data analytics is all about guys. But that's not the truth. I have been trying to hire a data scientist recently for Veeva, for my team, and a lot of female candidates do stand out. They are super smart, they have a lot of industry knowledge they have gained, and they know how to connect really well of the insight they find from the data with the real business problem. They interpret in a way that people can understand. Even somebody who doesn't know those technical terms can understand as well. So you can see, like, people's impression can be different from the real world situation, and you should be very proud that as a lady you have chosen this career, chosen this topic as your career and joined the MSBA program.
Wow, Lynn, hearing all your career path stories is really reassuring to hear. And so I'm so impressed with all the big companies that you work with, Zurich Pharma, Google, and you're the director at Veeva. It's really reassuring to hear. Thank you for sharing your story. And actually, a lot of my friends asked me why I wanted to make a sudden career change from the aviation industry to business analytics. And actually, I'll have to say it's due to the COVID-19 period. And it was actually the biggest turning point of my life. And back then, I had a lot of time on my hand because as a stewardess, we didn't have much flight due to COVID-19, and I had a lot of time on my hand. And why not try to find out what's out there, other than being a stewardess? So I started looking for different job postings on the job search website like JobStreet in Singapore to find out what's out there, what's available. And after clicking through some few job posts, I realized this one word would keep appearing, and it was SQL. And I just had to find out what this SQL thing is about. So I started taking a course on SQL, and I was just absolutely fascinated with it because the nature of the language used via SQL was so different from the one that we use as cabin crew on board. But SQL is just so simple, so straightforward, and so intuitive. And I was really fascinated by this nature of language, and I just had to find out more about this and more about this field. And I just knew from all of these learning experiences that I have to apply to the NUS MSBA program to learn more about it.
Wow, that is so inspiring about the story you have been sharing and why you have chosen MSBA. And it's definitely a very brave decision you have made to switch from one industry to another. From MSBA, I do feel that the people here are very friendly and open, both the students and the professors. There is one professor I'm especially thankful for, which is his Prof. Pan. Prof. Pan has actually mentored and guided me not only academically but also in career. Academically, he was my supervisor for capstone project, and he have coached me how to turn to the project into a real academic paper and we publish it. And also in career, he was also my mentor. Every job decision I have made, I actually discuss with him, and he will give me very sincere advice what is the best way to develop my career at this stage after graduation.
How was your school life like? Did you enjoy interacting with your friends and stuff?
Yes, definitely. And there's one fun fact I realized. In every company I go to, I will be able to find 2 to 3 alumni who have graduated from there. They are doing amazing in the field they're working, and they can bring the knowledge they learned from school really well as well. So you can see the friendship really lasts even after graduation.
Lynn, I'm so glad you mentioned the friendship because there is one thing that I observe every day at NUSMSBA. It would be teamwork. And I have to tell you, I mean, you already know, of course, but no matter which professional or academic field you come from, this program will be intense and difficult for anyone. Do you agree?
Totally agree.
Yeah. So I'm not the only one, right? Yeah, so, but it just really amazes me how nice and intelligent my friends are at the NUS MSBA program. We're just willing to help each other when we need help from each other. And whatever challenging assignment or group project we get, we'll work together and we'll just discuss until late at night. And I'm just so proud and thankful to be part of the batch 22 and 23.
You've raised a very important point, Jen. I still remember in my interview process, Professor Cook, he was the person who have talked to me. There is one advice he wanted me to take away from that interview. It's nothing about working really hard, doing very good academically, or work very late for your project. It's about taking the opportunity to make friends and also build up a network from this program. I still take this to my heart even until today, and the friendship does last even after I graduate.
It sounds like you had a really nice talk with Professor Ku during your interview, right? My interviewer was Professor Kwek, who is also a BAC Deputy Director for our program. I'll have to thank him for making the whole interview process so memorable because, you know, at every interview or at most interviews, you feel like you're being evaluated at every moment you're speaking. But the interview with him, it was actually quite different. It felt like I was really having a casual conversation with someone I've known for quite a while. I was assigned only 30 minutes initially, but it actually went up to 40 minutes because I had a lot of things to talk about. And before the interview, I was really worried and nervous whether he would ask like all these difficult and technical questions that I will not be able to answer. I was actually able to tell him what kind of life I've been living and who I am and why I want to pursue this program at NUS MSBA.
I'm very glad you are excited about the program, and I do believe you will have a very bright future out there after you graduate.
Oh, thank you, Lynn. And I must say, I'm really inspired by your career story, and after hearing your story, I really feel like I made the right choice at the NUS MSBA program. And I cannot wait to meet more people like you after graduation. Thank you, Lynn, for your time.
Thank you. Thanks, Jen.
Thank you.